Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has a very sophisticated combat system. If you're new to the series, I'm here to walk you through the initial mechanic available at the beginning of the game. Hopefully it can help you to pass the initial hurdle and make your early gameplay much more fun. And don't worry, there will be no spoilers for anything outside the first few hours of the game. Now let's get started. Firstly, in this game you will do auto attacks when you are engaged in battle. During the battle, you can perform arts by pressing X, Y or B. Each art will have gauge around it. You can only perform them when the gauge is full. As you are from the faction called Cavity, your gauge will automatically fill up over time during combat. Later on in the game, you will meet up with another faction. Their gauge is filled when performing auto attack. At the beginning of the game, you can only control Noah, is an attacker whose arts rely on positioning. For example, his edge thrust is best performed from behind. Your position relevant to the enemy is indicated by this little arrow on top of art panel. If it's pointing up, you're in front. If it's pointing down, you are behind. If it's pointing to the side, you're at the side of the enemy. Talent Art is your strongest attack so far. It is used by pressing A when gauge is full. Your goal is charge Talent Art and use them as quickly as possible. To charge Talent Art, you will need to perform what is called a roll action. There are 3 roles in this game. Attacker should perform arts in positioning that gives bonus effect. Critical hit and using combos also charge up talent gauge. Defender should perform art that generate and maintain aggro. Evading, blocking, and interrupting are also defender's role action. Healers will need to use arts that give field effect, such as AoE heal or attack up field. Additionally, they also benefit from applying buffs, removing debuffs, and raising fallen allies. You might not have enough time to charge up talent art when fighting small mobs, but they can be crucial when fighting elite enemies and bosses. Attack cancelling is the core part of Xenoblade Chronicles combat. When you are dealing damage with auto attack, the moment your attack hit, press down X, Y or B to perform an art will cancel your animation of auto attack and go straight into art. When the cancelling is successful, you will see a round-shaped blue flash around your character. The timing might be a bit tricky at the beginning. My tips is that pressing down art as soon as you see the damage number of auto attack seems to work every time. Attack cancelling should be used at all time. It will allow you to deal damage much faster. And finally, art combo. Some of the art will inflict effect on enemy when given requirements are met. These effects are break, topple, daze, burst. They can only be inflicted in this set order. That means if you are trying to use a topple art on the enemy that is not already in break status, it wouldn't work. At the beginning, Noah can inflict break, Lance can topple, and Unique can daze. So you want to make sure you always start with Noah's break. Later on in the game, you will be able to swap in and out different arts and change controlled characters, so you can use that in your advantage. Now if you notice Noah's talent art description has a dazed and arrow pointing up, it means it has a side effect of damage up on dazed enemy, so try to use talent art after a complete art combo can help turn the battle immediately. Now in summary, the combat flow should be simply as cancelling attack whenever using arts, charge up talent art by correct positioning, and cancelling art attack when performing talent art. There you have it, my combat tips to help beginners to pass start of the game. I hope you'll find something useful from it and enjoying Xenoblade. Once more people are progressed further into the game, I will put out further combat tips to cover mechanic that is unlocked later on in the story. Thanks for watching and see you next time.